Hold on, what up, man? Now we gonna talk that real shit. Real shit. They gonna.
So what is going on, people? Of course, it was a huge delay because the StreamYard just janky as fuck. But anyways, welcome back to the Jonah 50 podcast. I'm
Hold on, what up, man? Now we gonna talk that real shit. Real shit. They gonna. 4-5 gonna pitch. Hold on, what up, man? 4-5 gon' pitch your spine on the other side. It come out your lip. You heard what I said. I ain't even off a jigger. This shit to get different.
there we fucking pissing me off. What how janky this shit and slow this shit moving. God fucking damn. Fuck. Anyways, man, welcome back to the Jonah 50 podcast. I'm your host, Jonah 50. After a long ass fucking delay, I'm just gonna stop doing the fucking intros. It's shaking on my fucking nerves. But fuck the bullshit. Anyways, man, we talking about the Chicago Bears versus the Kansas City Chiefs. And of course, we already know what happened last week. The Bears just fumbled the game. They had missed opportunities, missed sacks, a potential pick six. The Bears could have changed the outcome of this game, but they didn't. Of course, they lost. And now they're taking on a team now that has won a game, and now is definitely going to win the second game against the Bears. You know, unless the Bears somehow do what the Detroit Lions did in Week 1, and let's figure out a way to basically get a goddamn win. You know, I've been listening to the radio all day. The radio hosts and lost trust in Justin Fields. Majority of the fan base lost trust in Justin Fields. Some of them really didn't care if Justin Fields was quarterback anyway, because they really didn't want him as a quarterback. They wanted everyone to get rid of him, even after last season, even though he was the only superstar on the team last year. So they putting Ryan Poles at a real bad disposition right now, and everything is going on the way it's going. So it's like, man, it's gonna be rough. And and now they're gonna have the Kansas City Chiefs gonna have Chris Jones and Travis Kelce back in this game. So we know it's gonna be rough, especially because they allowed Baker Mayfield to throw for over 300 yards against him. So we can just imagine what Patrick Mahomes and company is gonna do to him. You know, maybe if Travis Kelce wasn't playing, especially with them having receivers that can't fucking catch on a consistent basis, maybe the Bears will have an opportunity to do something. But of course, you know, that's not going to happen. You know, I can talk all day what the Bears need to do, but the question is, are they going to do it? That's the real question. Are they going to put Justin Fields in the right position to succeed? Well, even though everyone called him for his job already, it's the defense that's going to be able to get them in third and longs, Kansas City Chiefs in third and longs, and actually be able to make stops. Because they wasn't able to do it the week before. In week 1, they weren't able to do it this past game, this past Sunday. Like I said, man, it's gonna be a rough season. I've been telling people all off season. You know, I haven't been online doing it on my own channel particularly, but I've been on KO Sports Talk, Chicago Sports Talk, Michael. I've been in Discords talking to people that's Bear fans, non-Bear fans, and I've been telling everyone the Bears are going to win 5-8 games, just based on how the roster is constructed, not the schedule, it's the way the roster is constructed. I said many times, even yesterday in my last podcast, that the way they are constructed, they don't have it in them to be able. They don't have the personnel to stop the run up the middle, and that's where teams is going to attack the Bears the most. They're going to attack them up the middle. Sideline to sideline, the team have opportunity to get stops. You know, a few times yesterday, the Bucks was able to get to the outside and get the first down, but when it come down to it, they was able to get stops. They was able to do what they need to. They was able to stop the Bucks. The Bucks trusted in their defense to be able to get stops. That's why they punted the football 4-2. When you go against teams like Kansas City Chiefs, the Buffalo Bills, even the Jacksonville Jaguars, when it's 4-2, 9 times out of 10 they're gonna go for it. They're gonna go for it because they know that you won't be able to stop them. Let me see the first comment of the day. See what's going on. Watch StreamYard moving slower and slower. What's going on, TOP? How you feel? If the Bears want to have a shot to win this game, got to keep Mahomes on the sideline. Yeah, they do got to keep him on the sidelines, but the thing is, with the play calling that's being called, because simply that Getsy don't trust Fields to be able to do what he needs to do, it's gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough to keep Mahomes on the sideline, which means what? You got to be able to run the football effectively on first down. Those first down runs can't be 1 yard, 2 yards, 3 yards. You got to be consistently 4 and 5 yard gain. That's what that has to be. Then on second down, if you run the football again, it got to be another at least 3, 4 yards. So there on third down, the playbook wide open. You can do so many different types of combination of concepts with pass run option with Justin Fields. I said it yesterday. Instead of having Justin Fields sit in that pocket because clearly he don't believe that this is the NFL. He still think he in college where he can just hold the football all goddamn day. That he's gonna have protection all goddamn day, and that he's gonna get sacked. He's not trusting what he sees out there. So if he's not trusting what he sees out there, this game is gonna get ugly real quick. Defensively, even though they allowed Baker Mayfield to do what he did after, they still held them to 20 points. In the second half, after they gave up that touchdown, they clamped down on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and they held them to 20 points. And it looked like the Bears had momentum on their side and they had an opportunity to win the game, but those play calls at the end were just putrid, and that's what. And also Justin Fields making a bad decision instead of just throwing the ball to the ground. You don't have enough experience to know that he can throw the ball to the ground and just get on to the next play. Try to move on to the next goddamn play and see what they're gonna go from there. If he did, he would have done it. Yo, what's going on, RJ? How you feeling, man? Just discussing the Chicago Bears and they match up and just wondering what exactly they gonna do out there in this weekly matchup against the Kansas City Chiefs. Because as you know, man, it's not gonna be looking good unless they can put on the type of performance that the Detroit Lions did in Week 1. It's going to get ugly very quickly, or unless the Bears is able to match them point for point, which that's something that's not going to happen unless you allow Justin Fields to just run all over the field like he did last year and bring, like I keep saying it every week. If you allow him to run all over the field and just do what he did last year, that makes those defenders come up. That if they're able to run the football consistently with the running backs, that means they got to put one more man in the box. That means it's going to be single half safety, which means it's going to be 9 times out of 10 one-on-one coverage on the outside, and that right there can be the reason why DJ Moore have a big game. Chase Claypool have a big game. Darnell Mooney, if he plays in this next game, because I don't even know if he played in the last game because I ain't see him out there. If he was out there, he was invisible. But he can go out there and have a big game as well. That means Cole Komet can find a way to get over. He had a few catches. last week. It wasn't nothing real big, but it got first downs basically. But that's basically what they have to do. They have to try to run the football down Kansas City's throat and enforce them to go in a single high safety set where the safety is in the middle of the field, but you got guys going under and over, and try to find those one-on-one matchups. But when you do find that, but when the Bears do find that one-on-one matchup, Justin Fields has to be able to see those receivers and just get them the ball. I don't know if he got tunnel vision or if he's scared or if he just don't trust the offensive line to protect him. I don't know what it is, but in some type of way, Justin Fields is not doing what he needs to do when it comes down to it. Yes, it is play calling. Yes, the play calls is bad. You should not be constantly having your quarterback do 5 and 7 step drop backs. It should be in between 3 and 5 step drop backs. Try to get him to get rid of that ball as quickly as possible. But I'm not the play caller. Luke Gessie is. So it's just a matter of time before they finally go back to the game plan that they had the year before. If you do that game plan that you have the year before, on top of that, because you do have a wide receiver in DJ Moore, then guess what? He's gonna be able to get them open. Those one-on-one matchups is gonna come, like I said, because we know what the Kansas City Chiefs is gonna be able to do out there. We know that Patrick Mahomes, no matter how much pressure the Bears even find a way to put on him, he's gonna find the open receiver. He's gonna find the open receiver. He's gonna do everything he needs to do to get the ball down the field. Now, Kansas City Chiefs defense is not the most dynamic defense out there, but they find a way to always get the job done. But they do have a great front four, especially the three technique with Chris Jones. He can disrupt all plays, whether it's run or pass. So Justin Fields is going to have to possibly find a way to get out of there and start running. He's able to do that and get constant 10, 15-yard gains. Running backs able to get 4 or 5 yard gains, then it can be a game. It can be a fun game to watch, even though I still don't believe the Bears is going to win it. I can tell you that much. If they do find a way to win it, that's fucking great. It's fucking great. Yo, what's going on, YTC? How you feeling, man? Good to see you, man. Like I said, I'm discussing everything that I know and I see. Because, like I said before, the entire media just flipped, just like that in the past 2 weeks, much like a lot of the fans. What's going on with Fields? All I can do is tell you what I think is going on. I don't know exactly what's going on. Number one, he's holding the ball way too long instead of trying to get the ball out of there within 2, 3 seconds. Two, he don't trust the offensive line. Three, he's staring down too many goddamn receivers instead of going through his progressions as quickly as possible. He know what he sees out there on the field in terms of the defense. You already know what routes your receivers are running. Go through your progressions as quickly as possible to get that ball out. He's not doing that. It's just more like because they want him to be the quarterback they want him to be, he's regressed. He looked more like he did in year one, and that's bad. He looked like he looked more like he did last year early in the season, holding the ball too long and not looking through his progression. So that's what's going on with Fields. They 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 want him to stay in the pocket. They want him to stay in the pocket, and he's not a pocket quarterback. He is not there yet. He's not even on the level of Lamar Jackson in terms of passing, which Lamar Jackson, at least in college, he threw what? Career average of 67, 68% in college. So he showed that he can throw the football. And he's shown that he at least can find a way to get the ball down the field. That's something that Justin Fields has yet to consistently do. That's the problem that's going on with this Bears offense. Play calling, still calling the same goddamn play doing those sideline to sideline passes. Only thing they missing is the constant hitch routes. Then it'd be definitely Matt Nagy 2.0 if they do the constant slants and hitch routes, which they're not even running slants like that. What a quick slant and slant route set so that Justin Fields may to get the ball out quickly. What a constant combination route. They did one combination route that I saw, and it resulted into a passing touchdown to Chase Claypool. That's what that resulted in. They need to be able to try to do more routes like that. Constantly have them run stop routes, hitch routes, so that you can hit those hitch and goes. Try to do hook routes constantly. Try to do something to try to keep the defense on edge. Now, I can say this all goddamn day. The play caller Luke Gessie got to be in there. Their defense got to be able to, when they get their hands on the quarterback, actually sack the quarterback because the Bears last game had the chance to have 3-4 sacks. 3 or 4 sacks. I don't even think they sacked Baker Mayfield. They had the opportunity to get 3-4 sacks, got their hands on him, and he still got away. Have two hands on him, not one, two hands on him, and still allow him to be able to get away. Even got a hold of his feet, he still was able to sling it and complete the pass. If you allow Baker Mayfield to do it, ain't no telling what the hell Patrick Mahomes will do. You ain't got 2 feet on him, he'd be able to still sling the ball 40 yards down the field and get a completion for a touchdown. Yes, there was some instances where Mike Evans pushed off, and that's what resulted in that 60-yard reception. Okay, it still shouldn't have been that big because guess what? The safety should have took a better angle and made the tackle. Now I spoke briefly on what happened with Stevenson. That when you have a safety over the top, you're supposed to gamble a little bit. And the safety supposed to be in his spot on time so that he can knock that ball down with possibly interception. He wasn't there. Touchdown. But I'm just gonna just get through real quick, man. Onto the prediction. This game is gonna get ugly real quick if they don't do what they need to do early. And what's going to happen is this game is going to turn into a 35-17 game. The Bears win it somehow. It's going to be because their defense came to play. The defense came to play. They got turnovers and they was able to get Justin Fields the ball constantly. And it'll be what, a 28-24 game, 28-26 game, 28-27 game. But that means the defense will have to score. That's what that will mean. The defense will have to find a way to score. That's the only way that's going to happen. Play calling was trash. Fields need an offense that allows him to throw the vertical routes, bootlegs with those tight ends that and run 22 personnel. Yeah, they do. They would make sure Fields doesn't hold the ball too long and let his wide receivers get in space. Yeah, they do. They need to do all type of shit. They need to do all type of shit. But we're gonna see. We're gonna see if they're gonna run that type of personnel. If they don't, like I said, it's gonna turn ugly quick. Quick. Like first half quick. This team is capable of putting up 41 points on the Bears if they don't do what they're supposed to do. They're gonna put up 41 points and it's gonna be more cries from all the content creators, more cries from the media, even though this was discussed in the offseason that the Bears could possibly go anywhere between 2-1 to 0-3 or 1-2. That's the part that gets me. The real part that gets me was the Bear fans that really thought that this team was capable of winning 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 games. I don't know where y'all got that from simply because they added a receiver. Because they had a receiver from last year that didn't do what he was supposed to do, but he's now got a full year. When it comes down to it, they still don't have personnel on defense to help them. They still don't have that personnel. Yeah, I know it was Michael. He was one of them. KO Sports Talk was one of them. The Ghost of Judah Tribe was one of them as well. When I'm telling everybody what I see out there, I don't make excuses for the team. I don't make excuses for nobody. I say exactly what it is. They should have drafted Carter. That's who they should have drafted. They should have drafted Jalen Carter. I don't give a shit about what happened in college and everything else. That's who the hell they should have drafted. My main concern coming into the season was to be live. Exactly. That's why they should have drafted Carter. They should have drafted him. Should have drafted him ninth. Should have said fuck your offer, Philadelphia Eagles, and drafted him. He's looking good out there. He's looking great out there. He got week one. He got off the ball faster than any other defensive lineman. He got off the ball faster than any other defensive lineman, and that's just bad right there. It's bad when I look at that and I see that he's the one that's doing his thing out there, and that's what the Bears could have had and should have had. I said 7, 8 wins at the most. Well, I know you said it too, but it's too. It was overwhelming amount of Bear fans that thought that they was going to win all those games, and that's what's annoying to me, that the same ones that thought they was going to win all these games is the main ones that's now flipping on the Bears. But it's all good though. I got another video that's gonna come pertaining to those Bear fans, those same flip flopping ass Bear fans. I made a video about what 2, 3 years ago talking about the Bear fans and how they keep flip flopping. I said it then. I said be careful for what you wish for. You wish for the quarterback that was there that was still winning games for you to be gone. He's gone now. He's a backup. Now, now we still going through quarterback turmoil. He's not even performing on Justin Fields so far. It's not even performing on the level of Mitchell Trubisky. That's what I'm talking about in terms of passing the goddamn football. Yes, he's fast. Yes, he is way more dynamic, athletic. He can do so many things that that Mitchell Trubisky couldn't do. But he can throw that goddamn football. He can get his goddamn wins. He didn't do constantly. He didn't constantly turn the ball over to turn it to pick six. There's one thing I can say, but he's old news. Right now, everyone is still looking into the draft. So it is what it is. You drafted two D tackles. I don't care the 2 games. They struggled. They struggled to go. Yeah, yeah, but the two D tackles they drafted was not high level D tackles. They were decent in terms of college, but they wasn't like high level D tackles when it come down to it. What's going on, Kasim Baker? Good to see you always, man. It's always good to see you out there. And then Ngagwe is a number two at best as a pass rusher, but not like Khalil Mack in Chicago level takeover type of pass rusher. Yeah, but he actually got to the quarterback 2 or 3 times. He's the one who could have had 3 sacks on his own. He could have had 3 sacks on his own, but couldn't hold on to the quarterback. That's what happened with Ngagwe. So he can get there. He just not able to hold on to him. That's the thing. He's not able to hold on to the quarterback once he gets his hands on him. Bears mainstream content creators are delusional. Yeah, but they the main ones who crying. You know, I forgot it. I don't even know his goddamn name. He's the biggest Bears content creator out there. He was one of the main ones. He the one of the main ones to go to Bourbonnais and all that, and he tell you what's going on and what he sees. Clearly, he didn't see what I saw. He didn't see what I saw. I got 25, 27 years of watching Bears football experience. I know what I see out there on the field. I know what I see in the preseason. One of the main things is that majority of the starters that was out there didn't practice majority of training camp. They was hurt majority of training camp where they just didn't practice. So they don't have that cohesiveness that you need in the team in order for them to succeed. That's why I said it's going to take always probably, yeah, Windy City Production. That's who the fuck it is. He was one of the main ones talking all that shit on what he saw out there, and now he's one of the main ones crying. His last video, I just want to cry. Why? You thought they was gonna win 10 games. You'll hear me, but it is what it is. Jordan Love is looking decent out there as a Packer, even though people say, "Oh man, he ain't started out there." He's been in the system for 3 years. 3 years he's been in the system, so he knows the system. You got to do your own research. Of course, you do YTC. You got to do your own research, and on top of that, you got to have your own eye. You can't feed into what the media tells you. You can't, and that's rather it's YouTube or national media. You got to listen to them and hear what they say, but you got to go out there and you got to watch and pay attention to yourself for yourself, really. And that's what I see. I see the bullshit out there. Let me see what TLP got to say. That dude been a goofy. I never liked his insight. Yeah, well, a few times he was right, a few times he was wrong. And me and him have gotten to certain conversations in the comment section when I was telling him what I saw out there. He just didn't agree with me. So I don't even though I'm still subscribed to him, I don't even watch his content anymore, really. Tell you the truth. Every blue moon, I might tune in just to see what he gonna say. I just tune in just to see exactly what the man gonna say. Swifty is another one. I don't know Swifty, to tell you the truth. I don't watch his content. I don't even watch it. But when it come down to it, man, the Chicago Bears know what they have to do. A lot of the fans that actually watch the game and know what's going on, know what the Bears have to do. Some is just so sick of everything that's going on that they just don't care. They just want it to be over with. They want the season to be over with so then they can trade away Justin Fields and bring in another kid. But when it comes down to it, if you don't have the offensive line to protect that kid, he's still gonna have the same results. You're still gonna have the same fucking results when it comes down to it. And Baker, I appreciate it. I appreciate the fact that you're saying real talk because I gotta be real. I gotta be real on what I see out there and what the team is doing. Justin Fields will be another failed project for the Chicago Bears if they don't do what they need to do. And that's point blank period. Unleash him like you did last year. Unleash him along with the running backs. Have him do those scrambles like he did. If he gets hurt, that's part of the result of trying to be successful. Sometimes people get hurt. Just tell him to protect himself. Hopefully, the referees go out there and protect him as well, and give him those goddamn penalties. That's all I can say. If they give him those penalties, they allow him to and the offense allow him to play his game the way he know best, and that's running all over that goddamn field. so he can make those passes. And maybe then it'll. So clear. So clearly, that's my girl talking to me right now. So I'm gonna have to end this podcast. I'm gonna have to end the podcast and call her. So I'll holler at y'all later, man. Y'all be smooth. I'm out. Real talk. Everybody dying out here and shit.